My daughter, when she was about 3 years old, developed asthma. And so we went the traditional route, went to a doctor, and they prescribed her a different series of medications. That helped a little bit, and then they ultimately had to give her a steroid, prednisone, to help her with her asthmatic cough. It was like a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week cough that just could not be stopped. The prednisone did help quite a bit, but I cannot imagine giving my then 3-4-year-old daughter a steroid, which prednisone is, the rest of her life to help with this cough. She wasn't born with this cough, this asthma, or anything of the sort. So it became my mission to figure out why she developed asthma. Went to a series of doctors up and down the West Coast, went to a doctor in Las Vegas, down Manhattan Beach, and they really couldn't put their finger on why she had asthma. They said she would outgrow it, just keep giving her the meds. Then one day, when she was in kindergarten, she had a substitute teacher at Butte Vista School, and the substitute teacher said, "You need to take her to see Dr. Bill Gray. He's a homeopathic doctor down in Saratoga." Go in there, we sit on the sofa, and he looks at her. She's blonde-haired, blue-eyed, and he goes, "I think I know what's wrong with her." And I'm like, "What? We've only been here 30 seconds, and you're already telling me you think you know what's wrong with my daughter." And so after a series of questions, he had this long questionnaire we filled out, but he wanted to know what she craved, what she feared, what she ate, different things in her lifestyle. And ultimately it ended up, he's like, "Take her off dairy. Take her off dairy." I'm like, "Take her off dairy? It's food related? It's not something else? It's not in her genes?" He goes, "Typically blonde-haired, blue-eyed people are lactose intolerant." So sure enough, we pull her off dairy. She's been off meds. Well, she's 18 now. She's been off meds that long. We found ourselves having to drive to Sacramento to go to different stores to find food for her on a weekly basis. And I went on vacation in North Carolina and walked into this very cool market, and I fell in love with it. So I came back to Yuba City, and I started pondering this idea of a market in Yuba City. So I got up at 4 in the morning one morning, and I drafted this email to some friends of mine and said, "Hey, I got this idea for a natural food store in Yuba City." It's part of a culture that I like to have. I want to go to a place where there's a cool vibe, it's fun, it's kind of hip. It's one thing I like about the whole food, I call it a community, not really a business, but it's a community, and we all eat, and it's about the noble thing about sitting down and breaking bread with people and talking to them and connecting with people. And that's what I like. And I encourage a lot of autonomy in our staff. I go, blaze a trail, make mistakes, let's try stuff. We don't have a board to answer to. If we want to try something this way today and change it tomorrow, let's do it. Who cares? We can try that. And we have these weekly meetings, and we sit down like a family, and everybody has the same vote that I do at the table. It's really fun. And so there's not this real boss-employee relationship. It's more that we're all on the same playing field.